What's good, YouTube?
Hey everybody, this is Team Red Moon Baby, and I'm here with Brian. He's on the other side of the mic this time. Brian, go ahead and tell everybody what you did.
I made day 2 at YCS Anaheim with Primite Odion.
Okay, Primate Odion, that's a choice. Why'd you take it today? Well, sorry, not today. Over the weekend at Anaheim.
I don't know. I just thought it was like a really strong control deck, and I really like the deck. And I can play crazy bomb cards like Super Poly, and Drill Beam is an insane card. And I just thought it was had pretty good matchups into a lot of things. I didn't have to worry about any of the canine cards because I literally didn't have a single card outside of non-engine and I guess barrel to activate it in the hand or grave, so I could play around it. I don't know, and I was really comfortable with it. I've been playing this deck for months. I didn't copy the guy from YCS a little. I didn't copy that guy. I made this deck myself with my friend Justin. Shout out to him. And yeah, I just thought it was a good call. Comfy deck. Played what I wanted to do well with and have fun.
Well, you know what they say. Best to go with something you're comfortable with, right? Exactly. Any shout outs you want to state before we get started with the list and everything like that?
Yeah. Definitely shout out to my friends Justin and Logan. Mostly, especially Justin, because him and I played the same exact list. And he definitely helped me create this deck, and we basically made it from scratch, and we thought it was pretty sick moving into the event. And then Logan, he helped us test it a lot and gave us a lot of advice about it. And the whole Arizona Yu-Gi-Oh scene, a lot of guys that made day 2 played really well. So yeah, shout out to everyone in Arizona. Shout out to SVG.
Sick. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
All right. So for the main engine, we played 3 Ether Barrel. This card is amazing. It's so good. It sets from deck. It recurs itself. It's a free body every turn. It's a discard for certain cards like Super Poly. It's just great. It always baits out interaction. So if you have load in hand plus this, you're just making them neg for no reason because they have to hand trap this because of how strong Drill Beam is.
Yep.
So yeah, just a really, really good card.
It's really nice because it sets too, right?
Yeah, and it sets, so you can't ash it.
Can't
so
ash
it's like Drill Beam or you die.
It's something.
Or Imperm. Sorry.
Imperm or
Veiler.
Yeah.
And then we played 3 Kashtira Fenrir. This card was also amazing all day and all weekend. It replaces itself. It's insane removal. It's a big body. It just always applies pressure going first and second. Sometimes going second, I would side one out, just because some decks don't care about it as much. Like Mitsurugi can play around it really well, but I don't know. It's just really good into Yummy. It was just awesome all day. So love this card. Just put that right there. And then we played 1 Man with the Mark. I only played 1 because he's actually not that good of a normal summon. You'd much rather just see this field spell because you want a normal summon Ether Barrel. But on his own, he's actually really, really good. He makes your board extremely hard to out because he protects himself, the field spell, and every other Apophis card from battle or card effects. So Mitsu, it was really funny having I played a lot of Mitsurugi, and it was really funny having them kind of scratch their heads and be how the hell do I out your board when nothing could be destroyed? And that won me a lot of games alone, just how sticky the board state was.
Do you feel like you missed more than 1 man, or did you like it at 1? Do you think you bump it up to 2? Because I get Barrel's the better normal summon.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'm guessing, man gets the ball rolling a little bit more.
There were a couple of times where I kind of wish I had played 2, but I honestly think the ratios that Justin and I picked were perfect. Because you really don't want to open him because he's a lot more susceptible to interruption. You can ash him, as opposed to Barrel, you can't ash him. So it is nice to get access to man, but it's better to just search him off the field spell because you can almost always do that. And opening the field spell is better because that is so hard to hand trap because on activation it sets from deck versus this just searches. So I honestly like the 1. I never moved it in or out of the side. I just kept him in the whole time, and I thought it was fine.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Brian only needs one man in his life. Let's keep
You
going.
just need one. You just need one. And then the crazy stuff we ran: one Dragon Core Hexer and one Labradite Dragon. These are the normal monsters we chose to play because we figured that uh, with these guys, you could just summon like giant synchro monsters and have it backed up with Drill Beam and the Apophis Trap Negates, which we thought was like really strong. So all the synchros we chose were like synchro monsters that you could do stuff on your opponent's turn because when you summon these out with Lordly Load, you can't use effects on the field anymore. So we would just like set up our board, summon these guys, and make a giant synchro monster, and then back it up with Drill Beam, and that's usually like enough to win the game. And also, this has 3,000 defense, so there were a lot of times where I would just survive because this would be summoned in defense off of Lordly Load, and they couldn't get over it because it's 3K defense. And yeah, I thought they were great. I would occasionally side this one out or this one out, depending on the matchup, just because different synchro monsters were better in different matchups. And yeah, my written feature was really funny watching the judges react to me summoning these from the deck. It was
Oh, I
hilarious.
didn't know you had a written feature.
I did, yeah. Don't read it.
Should read it.
Because I misplayed and I activated Ash from hand when I used Purge from hand. So
Oh,
that
never
was
mind.
bad.
That's bad. Don't do that,
Judges
folks.
didn't catch it, but I didn't do it on purpose. It was just a really intense match. And then best card Shifter. I played Shifter in the main, and I saw it like a billion times, and it was awesome. And every time I activated it, I felt kind of bad, and I was like, "I'm sorry." They would be like, "Anything in draw phase," and I would be like, "I'm sorry," and I would Shifter them in draw phase. I saw it probably, I think, like 7 times during the event. My opening hand.
It's a lot of shifter.
It was a lot of Shifter. I saw this card a lot for some reason. I don't know what it was. That and Prosperity, which I'm also running. But yeah, it's amazing. Shifter's it's broken. It needs to be banned.
It is shifter.
Yeah. So that's like the main engine kind of monsters, I guess. Whoa. And then for the hand traps, played Bell, Ash.
Note his 3 different copies of Ash Blossom.
Whatever.
One
Leave
of
me
each,
alone.
everybody.
Leave me alone. We were really worried about Draco Tail. Draco Tail is like probably the worst matchup for this deck. It also helped that I played a bunch of Mitsu, and these are also good against Mitsu. So
Yeah, they are very good against Mitsu.
these were like great all weekend. Like I'm really glad we mained Ghost Bell and Ash. Originally we were maining Strike and Songs of the Dominators, and I'm so glad we didn't do that.
Whoa!
Yeah. So Bell and Ash were awesome, and then best card in the whole deck, Super Poly. This card is fucking amazing. This card won me like I think at least 5 games. Like where I was just in a really tough spot, top deck Super Poly. I'm like, now I win. It was just this card was unbelievable. Like
It is like that.
it's so good. Like every time I saw it, that like the only time I saw it where it didn't do anything is because he did frame 1 shifter or frame 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Yeah, and I was like, well, he had it.
Yeah,
so
happens.
but yeah, this card was amazing. It was so good. And then I guess for the other non-engine, also played 3 Imperm and 3 Purge. So Purge was amazing. Imperm was great. It was good for breaking boards. There's a lot of times where I just had like Imperm in hand and I would just save it to break boards with. But honestly, all of these performed like pretty good. I would say Imperm was maybe the weakest, but it still like was great.
Okay. That's what we like to see. Is there anything that you would change in your non-engine? Not really, or you're kind of just like it how it is right now.
I mean, if I knew I was gonna play so much freaking Mitsurugi, I would have mained Droll instead of Imperm probably. But I don't really think I would have changed anything. I think the non-engine in this deck like meshes really well. Like none of this really conflicts other than Purge and Ash, and I would just have to sequence that in a way where I use Ash first and then Purge. So I don't know, pretty good.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, and then for the rest of the deck is just like the engine pieces, pretty much. So this card is amazing. 3 treasures. For anyone who doesn't know, this on activation sets an Apophis trap from deck. Um, and then if I have 2 sets or a trap engrave, I can search for a man with the mark. So that's why you only run one, because you can just search it off of this. There was a bunch of games where I forgot about the trap engrave part.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like set cards and they were popping them, and I still didn't search even though I had like 4 traps engraved. But yeah, this card's amazing. I would run 4 of it if I could. If I was running thrust, I would definitely run a terraforming as well. But I think
Okay.
3 and 1 is like
3-1's fine.
And then this card is also amazing. I mean,
Card that needs no explanation.
Lord of the Oats, pretty damn good. And then best
Another
card in
card.
the deck, Drill Beam. This card is sick. It's so good. It resets itself. It's just amazing. It's like, this is the reason we chose to play the deck, because Drill Beam is like so goddamn strong. And even there would be games where I would open going second, like load Drill Beam. And I'm just like, this is insane.
Yeah.
And we chose to run 2 just because we play a lot of normal monsters, not counting the 2 you've seen before, because the Apophis traps on field actually count as normal monsters.
Yes, that is true.
And a lot of times I would activate it with no normal monster and no reveal, and they'd be like, what the heck? And I'd be like, the traps count as normal monsters. So.
Yes, that's true.
And then Called By and Prosperity. Saw these a lot too. I don't know what it was with my one-ofs this whole weekend, but I saw these and Shifter like all the time.
I mean, I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, it was great.
So,
It was great. But yeah, I thought these ratios were amazing. Drill Beam being at 2 is actually great because I can play mind games where like I can set Drill Beam with Barrel while also having a live Drill Beam in hand and continue to play my turn. And then they think, oh, I don't have to play around Drill Beam. And then they do something and I'm like, haha, gotcha. Activated from hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I did that a couple times.
As I know, that is your favorite card to open.
It's amazing to open, and
Yeah.
having 2 of it just doubles the chance. So
Exactly.
yeah, I thought 2 Drill Beam was perfect actually, and I would not change it. I wouldn't run 3 just because like you
It
have
feels too
to,
cloggy,
yeah, a little cloggy, and it's very searchable. But having 2 is a really great ratio in my opinion.
Perfect.
Um,
Is it trap time?
It's trap time.
It's trap time.
Surprisingly, don't run a lot of traps.
Okay.
Considering this trapper. So
I know.
3 Apophis the Swamp Deity and 2 Apophis the Serpent. And that's it. So these ones are the negates. It negates a face-up card on the field equal to the number of other continuous traps you have. And then this one says when you activate it, you summon it as a normal monster, and then it sets this one from your deck, and it can be activated that turn. So basically, this translates into 1 negate. And then if you open this and multiple of these, or so if you open this and another one, now it's 2 negates, because then you'll have this one and the other one, because this is not a once per turn at all. It's awesome.
Gotta love it.
It's only in main phase though, so evenly matched is very scary, but these also count as normal monsters on field. So if I don't have any way to get to the Primat cards and I only have Drill Beam, it's still live because I have these.
Yeah.
They're also big as hell. Like these are 2K attack, 22 defense, 16 attack, 18 defense. Like they're kind of big.
Big guys.
So yeah, and then these were basically the only like actual traps I ran, other than hand traps that are traps. And yeah, and
I mean, I'm guessing because the small amount of actual trap cards is why you're not running the Last Judge, right?
yeah, Anubis. Anubis is kind of bricky and like redundant sometimes if you're not running more than 1 man with the mark. Because like if you open like a field spell and Anubis, it's kind of redundant. And Anubis is better if you play a more trap heavy build because he can summon himself back from the grave and like recycle your stuff. There was a couple of times where I wished I had access to him because I had used all my Apophis cards and I didn't have any way to recycle them. So the grind game got a little spooky. But I imagine to like eke it out just on like Drill Beam Super Quality.
Yeah, that works too. All right, let's head over whichever one you want to do next. You want to do extra or your side?
We can do extra deck.
Perfect.
So this card is really good. Divine Serpent Apophis. You make this by tributing, by contact fusing 2 of the Apophis traps from field. And he can just reset the 2 that you fuse off. So like basically anytime this hit the field, I won the game on the spot. Because it represents a huge body. This also pops a card whenever you activate a trap card. So There was one game I was a complete moron. I shifted him on his turn. It came back to me. I made this, and I was like, effect to set these back, and he's like, they're banished. I was like, oh no,
Oh
and
no,
that
that's
lost me the
bad.
game. So
Yep.
be careful about when you shifter people. But when usually in general when this hits the field, I win the game. So like I don't think I need to run more than one. Um, and then Super Poly targets, Secretarion, Mud Dragon with the Swamp, pretty standard, and Garua. And then this one,
This
Axon Kicker
guy.
Oracle. This card is really good. So what it says, it is a Psychic monster plus a Synchro Xyz or Link monster. Um, and it's also a summon, negate, and banish, like an inherent summon, negate, and banish. And it
Pretty good.
gains 1,000 attack for each extra deck monster you use for it. There was a game I was playing Orcus Canine round two. He ended on Ripper Valon, which is an Exceeds monster and a Psychic monster, and they're both Exceeds. So I super polyed him, and he was like, "You can't super poly my board." And I was just like, "Please
Yes, I
read
can.
this." And that won me the game. Like he tried to make the Orcus Link one, I banished it, negated the summon. This card's crazy.
Car's kind of crazy.
And then since I have a bunch of extra deck space, I also ran Mega Fleet just in case I ran into a Crystron Canine player that was being careless. Because like this can just get rid of like
The board.
their whole board
Whole
for
board.
no interaction and no card cost. So I was like, why not run it?
There's also that Cyber Dragon K9 deck that's running around too.
Exactly. Yeah.
It-
Exactly.
It
So
happens.
if if you catch them slipping, then like why not run this? Because it gets rid of like literally 3 interruptions for no cost.
Yep.
And no interact, and you can't interact with it either. So I unfortunately didn't play any Crystron Canine or Cyber Dragon Canine, but if I did, they would cook. And then the funny part of the deck, I play. These are the level 12 synchros,
Okay.
and these are the level 10 synchros. So
The-
these,
The Fabled guy.
yeah. So
Okay.
these are the level 12s. This one is just huge. It's a 4K. It can attack and defense because it's a super heavy samurai, and it has an effect where if your opponent activates a card or effect or activates a spell trap, I can draw until I have 3 in my hand. And since this deck plays like so many bomb cards, like I can draw into like Super Poly, Purge, or whatever, or Fenrir or whatever. So it's like, and it's just gigantic. So I can use this to get over literally anything, including the Lunalight monster.
Including that.
Vengeance Dragon, it is a really good interruption. It spell traps a monster on your opponent's field or engrave. And then during the battle phase, it can pop a continuous spell, which counts as one of the monsters you spell trap, and a monster on the field.
Okay.
Also 3K, just big dude.
Big deal.
Final Sigma, I actually summoned this in my written feature, and the judges were like, "Oh!" It was really funny. It's just a giant dude, unaffected by everything. This is pretty decent into Draco Tail actually, because they have to like crash Arthalion. It's their only way to out it.
Really out that.
So, yeah, that came in clutch a couple times, and then Chenging and the new Fabled Synchro. This card is really good against Mitsurugi because I would just sit on this plus Drill Beam. So if I Drill Beam you, I get 2 more banishes, including the Drill Beam.
And even if they try to pop a Murumo, you just use his effect banish and then banish 2 more, right?
Exactly, and that doesn't target, so it's really good. And then the Fabled card, I only made him like once, but it's a non-targeting Snatch Steal pretty much. It has a quick effect to tribute itself, and then I take one of your monsters permanently, doesn't target, and it negates its effects. So it's pretty strong.
It's pretty good.
And it's also 30-50 attack for some reason.
Hey, Fabled cards are weird like that,
Yeah,
so
Fabled cards are
it's
weird,
okay.
but these were all pretty good. I wouldn't really change any of them. Maybe you would change Final Sigma if there was like a better Synchro 12 I could play. But honestly, like we went through every single Synchro 12 and we couldn't find anything better.
All right.
And then the generic stuff, Typhon's pretty self-explanatory. SP, and then Link Spider, Imduck. These are just for turning my Apophis traps into effect monsters so I can SP people. Typhon was great. Really good. Makes the DDD matchup like so free because it prevents their Machinex Queen from activating. And then you just have this plus Drill Beam, and they just cannot do anything. So yeah, and then these were just to turn the.
I do have to ask you, did you use Imduck's effect?
I honestly every time I saw Imduck, it was just to banish off prosperity.
Man,
So I never summoned Imduck.
never
but
used the effect.
I did summon Link Spider once or twice. Like my Orcust opponent, he gave me one of the Orcust tokens,
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay, Link Spider, SP, banish, and he
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
pretty
he was
good.
like, oh shit. So yeah, that was the extra deck. Wouldn't change any of the extra deck, other than maybe Final Sigma if there was just a better target.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Side deck, Droll, good card. Raigeki, Duster,
Good cards.
good cards.
Good
We were
cards.
debating on doing Pank over these. Kind of the same thing, I think. In some situations, Raigeki's better, like into Draco Tail.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought Raigeki was more flexible, especially if they were on the branded variants, which I thought everyone was going to be, and everyone was, except for the guy. Of course, I played
the
my
guy he
written
played?
feature.
Yeah.
So annoying. And then evenly matched. This card's goaded. It's so good. I resolved evenly a couple times, and it just like won me the game on the spot.
Solemn Brigade.
Yeah. So Judgment, Warning, and then Primite Scream, which was okay. It's basically a Solemn Warning you can set from deck with Barrel. If you control a normal monster, you can activate it. It negates a special or normal summon and banishes it. And then if you have a Primate card, I think if you have a Primate monster on field, you can set it from grave during the standby, but that never came up. I don't know. This was like so. It doesn't have a very. The only matchup it's like crazy in is like Yummy, I think, because everything else is like ritual summons or fusion summons.
Okay.
And then ban this card. This card's stupid. D-barrier.
Tribe deck.
Card's
Play
dumb.
D barrier, right?
It's unfair, really dumb. But I saw it a lot, and I was like, oh, I win off of D-barrier. So yeah, the only thing I'd probably change about the side is I would maybe cut the Scream for like just one more solemn card. I don't know, maybe another warning. I would play another Judgment if I could, but
I'm glad you can't. I hate that card.
I was so sad
I hate
when
that
Judgment
card
got
so
limited.
much.
I was like, no. Yeah, so that's the deck, pretty much.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Brian, so much, and congrats on doing so well at Anaheim. You know, even though you had your little mishap on your written feature, but it happens. Happens to everybody.
High pressure situations. Oh, and then this is the field center I used and a token. I had to hide this all the time when I played because I was like, I don't want people to know when I'm on. But yeah, Justin got me this, so shout out to Justin. This field center's sick.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you know the drill. You know, like, comment, subscribe for more Team Red Moon Baby content and more of Brian, more of me, more of everybody. So we'll see y'all on the next one.